The other piece to this is the culture, because that's what creates the engaged employee. But like engagement, you can't reach out and grab it. It's very hard to talk about, and it's very hard to, say, okay, we got a culture. And I guarantee you, if you got two people, you have a culture. Whether it's the right culture or not is a different issue. So, what is organizational culture to you all? How would you define it? Not fair, right? I'm supposed to provide all the answers.
I mean, what people believe in. And
what people believe in, okay. Any other?
what people do.
What people do, okay.
It's the spoken, it's the unspoken, it's the written, it's the unwritten aspects that determine everything that's going to be happening.
Mm-hmm.
How people are going to interact with each other, not interact, the expectations they have, the morale, and ultimately the bottom line.
Yeah, and exactly, it's that invisible force. Edgar Schein, who's a professor at MIT and one of the process consulting gurus, talks about it, and I have it in that fold-out, but it's a pattern of shared basic assumptions learned by the group as it solved its problems of external adaptation or internal integration, a product of joint learning. Can you tell he's an MIT professor? The key, and the one I really like is, it's the way we get things done around here. But if you think about it, it's a group thing. You've learned it as you've gone through the trials and tribulations, and as you move from being a startup to early growth to more mature, you will change your culture as things going, and the purpose of this tool so you can take a look at it. Now, there are a couple, it's listed as characteristics, but I think it is types. Is it focused on innovation? Is it focused on attention to detail? I mean, if you're a tax firm, probably an engineering type, you want to pay attention to detail. That may be the culture that you have. Emphasis on outcome. Many times you think in the sports world, got to win. Politics, the culture is about the outcome. Okay, so emphasis on the people. Zappos is known. Google, I think, is known. Okay, Southwest Airlines. Those are focusing on the people as the way to move it around. But within a culture, because you're dealing with people, there's a couple things that are common with all cultures. First of all, they're shared and they're negotiated. How we get along with things, how do we deal with people, that's negotiated. And as you go larger, it's going to be, how do we really do things? Do we transfer knowledge to the water cooler, or do we do SharePoint? That's one of the ways you're going to take a look in defining your culture. But you will have a culture, whether it's strong or weak. If you have two people, you'll have a culture. Ideally, it's positive and it's looking to support what you want to do. However, Enron comes to mind. They had a culture, but it was destructive. I was telling you about that merger that I managed at Richmond. The culture there was hostile and was not a good culture. We had to change the way we're looking at things so we could move forward.